So along with your bike and the education that we're providing in this video, you're going to get a helmet. I want to talk a little bit about why we provide a helmet and what it's going to do for you. First of all, I want to point out the limitations of a helmet. Helmets are designed to protect your head in case of a crash. So a lot of the things that we talk about in this video related to safe cycling, confident and effective cycling, lane positioning, all those things prevent bike crashes. Helmets do not prevent bike crashes, they only protect you after you've been hit. Given that, you want to have the helmet positioned correctly on your head so that it does protect you. If the helmet's positioned correctly on your head, what it will do is prevent an internal brain injury. That means that it doesn't so much protect your head from hitting the ground, but inside your head it protects your brain from hitting the inside of your skull and bruising. That's called an internal brain injury. Often it is a concussion, and those are the kind of injuries that a helmet will protect you from. At the same time, it doesn't protect, for example, the rest of your body. Broken arms, scrapes on your elbow, any of those kind of crashes aren't prevented by a helmet. So the important points about bike safety are really in how to operate the vehicle in the first place. So now we're going to show you a little bit about how to get the helmet on correctly so that it does protect your head in the case of a crash. First of all, this is the front where it says bell. The pointy side is the back. It also has this piece that hangs down right here. Now, there are two straps on a helmet. The first strap goes around like this, and it's controlled by a dial in the back. In order to fit the helmet correctly, you should have it fit all the way down on your head, and then you adjust the dial until it's snug but not squeezing your head. If it's fitted correctly, you should be able to turn your head upside down without buckling the buckle and have the helmet stay on your head. Okay, the second strap is all of this. All of these straps are actually one piece, and they go together to hold the helmet onto your head. That means that in case you need to make any adjustments on this strap, you should remove the helmet from your head. For example, the Y strap can be adjusted by opening this clip and moving this down or up. First of all, I use eyes, ears, mouth as a reminder. Eyes. I should be able to just barely see the edge of the helmet if I look up. That indicates that the helmet is down, covering my forehead, not sat back like this where my forehead's exposed in a crash. Number two, so first, eyes, I can see the edge. Second thing is ears. The two straps of the Y should meet right below the ear. You don't want it to meet up here above the ear, and you don't want it to meet way down on your neck. The whole idea is that this holds the helmet on your head. So it should meet right underneath your ear. Again, if you need to make an adjustment here, there's a clip that opens, and this moves up and down, and it's always best to do that with the helmet off of your head. So we have eyes, I can see the edge of my helmet. Ears, this meets right below my ear. Mouth, once I have the helmet clipped on in place, I should be able to open and close my mouth without the helmet tipping. If it's tipping, that means that this is too tight and it's going to be uncomfortable. At the same time, you shouldn't be able to move the chin strap over your chin. Generally, they say about 2 fingers width underneath is about a perfect fit. Now I have the helmet in place, and it will protect me in the case of a crash. There are basically 3 styles of bikes that we get donated and use in the Community Bikes program. The first is a road bike. Those bikes are defined by skinny tires, an aggressive stance positioning, and usually a really skinny seat. They also have the drop handlebars that roll out and down, and they're multi-gear bikes with hand brakes. The next type of bike is a mountain bike. Those usually have big puffy tires with lots of knobs on them, a straight handlebar, and they still maintain that kind of aggressive stance with probably a smaller seat. Both of those bikes are designed for sport use, although many of the bikes these days are not constructed to that level. The third type of bike, and probably one of the better bikes to use in getting around town, is a comfort bike, or sometimes I ride one around town, and it's often called a granny bike. But the benefits of that style bike are, first of all, you're upright instead of in an aggressive posture stance, so it's easier on your lower back. Secondly, it has fenders and a chain guard. That keeps you dry in the rain, particularly your feet and your back, and it keeps your pant leg from getting into your chain. It's not a great bike to ride down mountains or do in a bike race, but it's a great bike for getting yourself around town. In order to be able to operate your bike and be able to maintain it, or at least identify problems, you need to know some basic anatomy. So, the bike is made up of essentially three parts. You've got a front wheel, a back wheel, and a frame in the middle that supports your weight and connects the two wheels together. The front wheel is used for steering, and it's connected to the handlebars. The seat is where you put the bulk of your weight often, and the rear wheel drives the bike. Pedals drive a chain that makes the rear wheel turn. All bikes are rear wheel drive. Now we'll look a little bit more at the cockpit of the bike on the handlebars. The bike is operated mostly by the cockpit or the handlebars. The right hand your right hand controls the rear of the bike. So this controls the rear brake, and this controls the rear derailleur. The left hand controls the front of the bike. This is your front brake and your front derailleur.